Good morning, students, and I welcome you on this online video program, and I hope that you will take it seriously, and you have a very novel experience of studying online. I hope that you would take it seriously and enjoy it as you come to the college by traveling a long way and spending a lot of money. And I hope that now, by this means of online video lecturing, you will be comfortable at home and you will be watching and listening the videos according to your time as you get your time. Now, I welcome you on this lecture series, and the first year students, you must be quite curious to know what things are prescribed in our syllabus of English literature. As I told you earlier, that there are two papers of English literature. The paper one is called Poetry and Drama. And in that paper, certain poets are prescribed, uh, and particularly the Elizabethan age poets are prescribed in your study, and the new classical age. And you have one drama of Shakespeare, The Merchant of Venice, which is prescribed in your first paper, and you have the literary terms and the literary history of Elizabethan period and neoclassical age, which is also called Augustan age. So, and this is the first paper, and in the second paper you have essays, drama, and a novel. So when we will start the second paper, I would tell you in detail about that paper. But today we are going to start the paper one, and in paper one, you have two poems of Shakespeare, and these are Went to the Sessions and Shall I Let Me Not the Marriage of True Minds. But we will start with the sessions. Went to the sessions. 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 You must have heard this name very often. What does it mean? Session means the interval. For example, when you are studying in school, so there is a gap, there is an interval between a fourth or fifth period. So that is also called session. Now, in a day also, there are many sessions. For example, the morning session, afternoon session, and the evening session. And when you write your exams, particularly in MDS University or in any other university, eh, so there is a session. So session you have not to write the session as 221, 220 or 221. Not This is not the right way, but you have to write the morning session, the noon session, and the afternoon session. So you can say that session means the gap, the interval. So it may be the gap of a few hours, and it may be the gap of few days. So that is interval gap means sessions. So the title is quite unique, quite you can say that quite odd, but here the writer, the poet Shakespeare, who is a also a dramatist, uses in another way. When to the sessions means that when he recalls the past time, when he is in free mood and recalls the past time. So that is the session. Now, first of all, I would read the poem and I will tell you something about the rhyming scheme of the poem, because Shakespeare has written most of the sonnets. As I told you in my literary terms, we have discussed the sonnet. The sonnet is a short poem which consists of 14 lines, and that 14 lines are also divided, the first 8 lines and the last 6 lines. But in Shakespeare, sonnet is quite different from the earlier sonnets, which we call Petrarchan sonnet. Petrarchan sonnet means the Petrarch, the poet that started, that is famous for writing the sonnets. So that has the Petrarchan sonnet has a different rhyming scheme, and the Shakespearean sonnet has different rhyming schemes. So let's look at the poem. I will read out the poem to you. When to the sessions of sweet silent thought I summon up remembrance of things past. Now look at these two lines. When to the sessions of sweet silent thought, the last word is thought, so we can write it A. And the second line, the last word is past. I summon up remembrance of things past. So we could call it B. I now look at the third line. I sigh the lack of many thing I sought. The sought, and what is the meaning of sought? Means possess. SOUGHT, sought. Sought means possess, keep. So thought and sought, they are similar in sound. So it is again A. And the fourth line, and with old woes, new veil, my dear time west. The past and west. So this is also the same rhyme. So we will call it B. So the first 4 lines have this rhyming scheme, A B and A B. Now look at the 5th line. Then I can draw an eye unused to flow. Then can I draw an eye, that my eyes start becoming wet. It start, the tears comes out profusely from my eyes. The flow, the last word is flow. And look at the 6th line. For precious friends hid in deathless night. Now look again this word night. The night is different. So we call it D. The first is flow, the 5th line C, and the 6th line D. And now look at the 7th line. And weep afresh, love long since cancelled woe. Oh, so this is again flow and woe. This is again same. So this is again, we would call it C. And look at the 8th line. And the mourn and expense of many a vanished sight. The sight and night, they are rhyming similarly. So it is again D. So the second stanza, a stanza which consists of 4 lines. So here, what is the rhyming scheme? CD and CD. Now look at the 9th line. Then can I grieve then I can grieve at grievances forgone. The last word is forgone. So we will call it E. And heavily from woe to woe tell over. So this is again new word, new sound. So we will call it F. Look at the 11th line. The sad account of 4 bemoaned moan. Moan. It is again new it is again same, so we call it E again. The first ninth line, last word was forgone, and this is moan. Uh, which I knew pay is if not paid before. So this is the 12th line. So this is matches with the 10th line, over and before. So this is so this stanza of four lines has this rhyming scheme EF and EF. Uh, we have seen three stanzas. In the first stanza, the rhyming scheme was AB, AB, and in the second stanza, the rhyming pattern or scheme was CD, CD, and in the third stanza, the rhyming scheme was EF and EF. Uh, and now look at the final two lines. But if the while I think on the dear friend, the 13th line is friend, and all losses are restored and sorrows end. So look at the friend and. So these last words of these two lines are similar. Friend and they are pronounced similarly. Here we are looking the pronunciation, not the spelling. So we have to look in the poems the rhyming scheme very seriously, and because the poem has some musical quality, and there must be some intonation, the rising and fall of the tones. So you should consider it and take it seriously, and try to read out the poem yourself so that you can enjoy the poems. And in my next lecture, we will discuss this poem in great detail. I hope that you will enjoy it and keep on watching the online classes, online videos. Thank you.